Right. Yeah, let's see if it transfers over.
Yeah.
But like I said, not trying to generate power.
No, just if I'm doing it, just a few of these, just to see if something happens.
I'm still going to mix my rotating defenses. Still going to Umpagada and Elastico, Dorellos.
Actually, this is keeping me in motion, which I like anyway.
And your head's off the line because if it's in the middle, you can't really do it. Your blade's in the middle.
Yeah. Also, I feel like I can change direction really easy.
You can change it to an X, like change the line pretty easy because you're already in motion again. Once again, you've done the matrix where you, like the Ilustrisimo matrix where you've gone through the different angles and done the circular angle 1, angle 2, angle, like going through the clock angles.
But often I've tried out here and you were just going, oh, you're nothing.
Yeah.
But now, because that's there.
Because you're almost starting everything vertical.
Yeah.
And then changing to something, vertical, changing. Ray did say that every structure, first half of every structure should almost be vertical because it hides the telegraph and makes it more efficient.
I feel like it's better in motion anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say I'm feeling easier coming up.
Oh yeah.
Like it's making me feel.
As long as if you do a spine, it should really be the lower part.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking because even if this comes through, I should be going out and down.
Back up.
That comes up. Yeah. Coming out. Even then, it's still almost mid. I like to spine with that low section. So I'm like, I can do it, but if I'm actually committing to the spine, I might be in that reset and then have to go up even higher.
Yeah.
But now I can even go with Strella and other stuff and keep going through. You picked the gap on that real well.
That was
you changed the angle from that to that, and even as I moved, you then like turned it and picked the gap.
That was purely from being in motion.
And you stayed in range, but you're already moving.
I've just been doing these shots.
See what I mean by you can see it, right?
Because it
doesn't feel like crazy, flinchy, fast. Doesn't have a heap of power into it. You probably did that like 2/3 speed and less than half power.
Yeah.
And you don't need it when you have the right timing. The timing's set up from the footwork and the movement.
I've been trying to get to the 50 and then change for so long.
Yeah.
And that's the first time that's ever worked.
So what was the difference in that? Is that you just got physically closer and then went for it, or?
Because I was already in motion.
Yeah.
As I'm coming through, you move slightly, just went in there instead of just.
And you're going here, but it's almost like your head moving changes the angle.
Yeah.
It still almost feels vertical because it's here.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel very different from what you're doing, does it?
It sort of made me get off the line because of the angle I was.
That's the same, like because of these movements, it makes your head never want to be in the middle because it feels like your sword's in the middle, so your head has to be here. My sword's in the middle here, my head's out to the side. Well, because it doesn't feel right doing it if you don't.
A lot of my shots have been straight.
Yeah.
So that's where I've said I don't want to get clashes because I'll get to here.
Yeah.
And if I go straight, my head's still straight.
Yeah. And too often something else.
Yeah. Whereas if I get to here, any of those.
As this happens, they'll do something like that, and we've done, especially in knife, which feels very like boxing sometimes. Feels like people are landing like straights, like step in jabs and hook checks and like But honestly, that was really well timed. I saw it at the last second once again and went, I can't move. And like that's it. Like you know that they've timed it right when you see it, and you go, oh fuck, they've picked the gap. The gap's too big. I'm going to try and close it. But yeah, nice. And you timed it where I was stuck, my footwork, I was at my height, posture, I was already reacting, and because of that, I wasn't in the right position. You timed and you moved that, you lined it up, switched to something, and then changed it again, and once again, as a lot of your footwork and head movement, move the angles.
But I was ready.
I think it was closed until you leant your head out.
Yeah, but I was ready to defend as well.
Yeah.
So even though I was there, I was ready to just knock off the line or whatever.
But once again, it's not like you're trying to power through my weapon. You picked the gap.
Yeah.
And you didn't need to do crazy power to do it. Like,
and that just doesn't happen.
That's what I mean. Like,
like I said, all my shots are, oh, check this out or check that out.
That's what I mean. It feels like you're reaching too much a lot of time. With that feels, once again, you're in motion and you're just moving, but you feel way closer, and then in movement you go, oh, I'm just there.
That was all.
Yeah.
Wasn't even planned.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, that's the best shots.
Plan.
The best shots, no plan.
No.
It's just you following principles. Yeah. Sure. The principles will keep you safe if you're doing it right, but it's hard to do because sometimes it's like 11 things simultaneously with the footwork and weight shifting. And if your opponent's good, they might have enough games to throw off a couple, and they might time it, and they maybe it's their game is just to always throw off one thing. And that's how they get their entries and timing. But if you can figure out how to telegraph that or figure out what they're looking for, you flip it back on them, now you're in control.
The good thing with this stuff, you've got a time if you need to really defend.
Yeah.
They're not going to come in if you go pretty hard with
it. Like, the main problem is if people start trying to snipe a shot the hand or the head.
Yeah.
So if they just start trying to go bang like that, but even if they do this, it's less likely because you've got so many things flicking through that I think you're going to be off the line or deflecting it. So to really think the hand is the only real problem coming forward, and as long as you're retracting it so that it always looks like the blade's coming forward more with the tip forward, as long as you're not leading like this, then you're good.
Well, because you're thinking defense, you want spines and stuff. So you're not really doing it, because I can't spine like that.
You almost want your tip forward so you can get it off.
Because I'm always thinking, even that shot was always about to come to the side, a bit of spine.
Exactly. So you've got a very defensive mindset, but it's whilst you're chaining offense.
Yes.
But your offense is also flashing baits and is a deflection. So it's almost like, a bait, a defense, and offense all in a single movement. Yeah, let's do it. I reckon 1 or 2 more minutes. We're going to alarm set for like 10 past.
But this is the speed. It's great.
That's what I was saying. Like, you don't need to go crazy fast. It is good to change speeds so people don't
a bit of variety, but you don't have to be hammering.
See, even then, I actually went for a slash and stab. I missed your hand, and then went up the middle, and you just scooped it out. That's ghosted it. That's scooped out, and then that's looped around. So as that's coming over the top, I've had to bail again. Yeah. So once again, before I would have probably landed that, then maybe got that, or I would have gone that into your stomach or liver, and now you're dodging both just passively almost. I don't even think you realised it.
I was doing the motion.
I mean, you just parried it off, and I'm like, oh fuck, alright.
Yeah.
And you're dead in the middle on it still, but even as I've done it, it's hit your arm and you almost rolled off the line, I think. Like, nice. So I'm like, it seems to be working for you. We've been trying to figure out where Tatan's stuff will loop in.
Yeah. I find the V shapes are really good in between this.
Yeah.
Because you've been going a lot of hand shots.
And then change and pull it back.
That's really been helping me come back into this.
Same on this side and coming back. I almost do the left foot forward to roof block. Like change angle X, V to roof block escape, come back. And then this side, I'm going like horns of the bull, kind of like same V, turn up. But then from this side, you can decide to come back that way, come around, or you can just come up into like Benny Hills, go back to your spine deflections.
Those very sharp V's have kept my hands safe. You've gone for a lot of shots on my hand.
Yeah, and it's the same principle we always use, that whoever's more like obtuse gets hit by the person more acute.
Or if you're following down.
Yeah. I reckon 1 more minute and then we'll head to class.
Okay.
I don't think it would work in katana. It doesn't have the flexibility for the loops. So, but maybe we can add something that's similar.
The one I saw last night, she was doing it. She had the right hand forward and was able to loop it really nicely.
Oh, one-handed katana you could do. Yeah.
So just I was thinking if you could spar like that and then do a couple of
it looks a lot like Aaron's like Krabi Krabong.
Yeah.
Because that ends up like the Balintawak and Krabi Krabong, where it's looping and then stepping in here, retracting.
So maybe
headshot,
we could mix it with a free hand just for a couple.
No, definitely try it out.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to keep my left hand on top, but it means I might just try it left-handed.
Yeah. These are nice.
Yeah, it's giving you a good range as well.
But I do feel like
you don't need to be fully extended to do these. You can be quite T-Rex and go through. But we are getting umbragadas because we're going here, getting a spine, stepping and going with it, but you've timed and stepped like.
Well, even just a minute ago, I got to there.
Yeah.
To get to there before, I couldn't do it. Like I was trying to.
And if we did that, sometimes we're getting our arm or hand cut getting there.
Yeah.
Where now it feels like we're actually, I'm not in front.
No.
We're getting there and we're out on the side.
Yeah.
We're falling as we're doing it, we're moving. We're landing almost like next to them.
Well, it feels like it's improved. Your footwork's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's head to class. We'll see if we can transfer it to knifing Bolo against the other guys.
Yeah, and then I'll have a look at katana.
Yeah, sounds good. Cheers, man.
That was great.